is on your shoulder. Kill like today, you cannot kill like tomorrow. Murder, your inside must say hello.
Turn the murderers in.
Turn the Bowling brothers in.
Turn the murderers in.
Murderer, blood is on your shoulder. Kill like today, you cannot kill like tomorrow. Murder, your inside must say hello.
Justice for Justin.
Justice for Justin.
Justice for Justin.
Justice for Justin.
It's time for an arrest.
It's time for an arrest.
It's time for an arrest. It's time for an arrest.
Turn the Bowling brothers in. Turn the Bowling brothers in. Turn the Bowling brothers in.
Turn the Bowling brothers in.
Turn the Bowling brothers in.
Turn the Bowling brothers in.
Justice for Justin.
Justice for Justin.
Justice for Justin.
I'm a cousin of the slain victim, Justin. And we need justice for Justin. It's been a year, and it's time to get justice. It's been a whole year, so it's time to get justice. That's basically why I'm here. These are the murderers right here. Rashid Bolin and Dean Bolin. These are the murderers. It's time to get justice for them. It's time for them to go. Turn them in. If you know anything, turn them in. There's a $10,000 reward. Turn them in. It's time to go. This is an innocent victim. He had nothing to do with anything. This is an innocent victim. It's time for them to go. An amazing person, a positive person, a person that showed love to anybody and everybody. Pure positive energy. This is a person that had dreams of becoming an investor, dreams of becoming a leader in the community, a positive person. These are people that robbed him of his future, robbed him of his dream, robbed him of the beauty that he was gonna be to this environment, our world. So we need justice. You're supposed to graduate, right? There's a college, somebody that's in college, doing the right thing, everything on the right path, motivating people to do the right thing. Coming to my personal experience, coming to my house, always motivated me, always motivated my family, always motivated my brother, checking up on us, checking up on everybody. Everybody I know says the same thing about him, motivating people to do right, positive people. He's here being positive, motivating his family.
My cousin was murdered last year right here in front of this building. The two murderers are still out there in the streets, and people are still not talking. They still haven't said anything, and they're still running in the streets. We still haven't caught them, and people aren't talking. So we're trying to make some noise, as much noise as possible, so that we can eventually get some type of closure. Because as you can see, the mother Marie. We're in a state of, still in a state of grief. If the police were doing their job, trust me, they're in the streets right now. They're still in the streets. They know where they're at. They know who they are. They know who they are. But we just haven't gotten any justice. So, and the community knows who they are. There's this code of the streets called Stop Snitching, which is, pardon my French, but it's bull. Honestly, Stop Snitching is. Okay, so if you know who it is, you know who it is. Trust me. They live in this neighborhood. They're all in this neighborhood. They know who they are. Turn them guys in. If you know where these guys are, turn them in. That's what you must do.
Turn them in. 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 Turn them in.
My name is Obina, and I'm one of Marie's best friends. Justin was like a son to me. That was my son's best friend, and he was taken 1 year ago today. And we just want justice. We want the brothers that did this crime to come in and pay their debt to society. Justin was a wonderful kid. He was in his last year in Delaware State. He should have been receiving his degree this year, walking down the aisle in May 28th with all his classmates. He went to Delaware for over 3 years. He loved business. He wanted to be an entrepreneur like his mom. He wanted to have his own business, and do real estate development. He had a promising future. He was always reading different books. My son is younger than him. He took my son under his wings, and my son hung out with him. He was teaching my son some things, and that little brotherly love that he couldn't go to for his parents, but he went to his peers such as Justin. Oh, my son was devastated, horrified. My son even liked tattoos, and he got a big old tattoo on his arm that says justice on it.
Please help me as a mother. Help me get some sleep. I am begging the mother of the killers.
Come on now.
Come on.
your sons in.
My name is Marie Bernard. I'm here to march for my son Justin Hackley. He was murdered last July 2017 right here on Ocean Avenue in Church. He was going to be going to his last year of college. He was a leader. He was a pillar to our community, and he's no longer here with us. The cops has been doing what they can possibly do, but the community are not helping at all. The community is hiding the brothers. They are the Boland brothers. The community knows where they at. No one wants to speak. No one wants to say where they at. And it's just a shame because the police do know who they are. Everyone know they are two brothers, the Boland, Rashid and Dean Boland, and the community are hiding them. I'm asking the mother to turn her sons in. I know it may be difficult, but as a parent, rather than have your son on the run, you have two sons on the run. They're going to be on the run for the rest of their lives if they don't turn themselves in. So I know she can't, if I can't sleep at night, she can't sleep at night. Her blood pressure is probably even more up than my blood pressure. So I'm asking that mother, as a mother, rather than you could still go see your son at jail, but rather I can't no longer see my son.
I mean, you know, what else? What other option do we have? Either you stand by on the sidelines and you observe, or you participate. And so sometimes just a text, I'll text her to make sure, check on her to see how she's doing. I'll give her a call. I'll invite her to things, introduce her to people, bring my family, my sister, my daughter out here, make it a family affair, because that's what this is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about people standing in uncomfortable places. And the detective that's actually working on this case told me a crazy story just now. He told me a story about a young man who had his hat stolen from him, saw the kids that stole the hat a couple of days after, $300 baseball cap with the crocodile skin, called his father to the park where the kids who stole the hat were. The kids confront his father and shot his father, killed his father. The kid would not testify on behalf of his own father. That's what this world has come to. So particularly people of color, we talk a lot about how police brutalize us. And I know personally, I mean, people look at me and go, why are you out here? We see you on TV, we see you in films. One of the things I've always tried to do in any roles that I play on television is humanize law enforcement, because these are people too. And so we talk a lot about how we won't snitch to the police, but we're killing each other. And then we get upset when the cops kill us, but we don't get as upset and protest when we kill each other. And so at some point that mindset has to shift. And so this isn't about Hollywood, this isn't about fame, this isn't about any of that. The only thing it's about is humanity and us standing up for each other in uncomfortable places. And, you know, we all have things going on in our lives, you know. I got a mother with dementia that we're managing. I got a 16-year-old son that's being 16 and not talking to his father who loves him, which I can't even understand. But in the midst of that, I still will come out and give my life and give my service on behalf of other people. And that's the only thing I know how to do. I was shot at 15. No one caught the kids that shot. In fact, they did catch the kids. They put them in a lineup, and I couldn't identify the kids. No one was ever arrested. No one was held accountable. And so my father always said, if there's a crack, fill it, right? And so any opportunity that you have to serve on behalf of other people, that's where our blessings come from. And the blessings don't always come just, you know, in the ways that we think. Sometimes the blessing is a smile. Sometimes it's someone just opening the door for you. Sometimes it's someone saying thank you. You know what I mean? So, you know, love is corny. Kindness is kind of whack for a lot of people, but it's just what I live by. And so I know the pain that Marie is in. She holds it together. I don't know how, every day, but anything we could do. So hopefully someone who watches this somewhere knows who these cats are. Is that a poster? What is that? We ain't got the flyer? We got a flyer.
Right here. Yeah.
So hopefully, and we pray for these brothers too, because they're misguided. Because when they do, get caught, because you will. The jailhouse and the prison is certainly no kind place. And so there's a lot of work to be done there as well. So it's very, very complicated issues, but they're necessary, because if we don't rise up and take our city back, this is our city. We live in Brooklyn. We're neighbors. You know, this is our city. So it takes each individual stepping up and doing something. So that's why I'm here. Same reason why you're here behind this camera filming, because you want to pass the word, right? So
as you can see, another young man was shot and killed in the confines of the, not the confines of 6-7, but I'm in this area, we're in the 7-0 precinct. And one of the things that we keep on saying over and over again is that we don't want any young person to be shot and killed without we answer, and we must respond. Because if the community feels that this is normal, we have lost the fight. We have lost the battle. So we could never come to a place that we are so comfortable with young people being shot and killed. You saw the numbers in New York City over the past 4th of July weekend. Memorial Day weekend, we had 19 shootings. Memorial Day weekend, we had 24 plus shootings. This week alone, look at the amount of shootings that we have had. We're dealing with another murder right now in the 6-7 precinct. So, I mean, we should never become complacent to what is happening to our young people. You don't have people who wants to come forward with information. That's just the nature of the beast. This is how the street runs. And so they sometimes they know who the killers are, but they just don't have anyone to come forward and pinpoint that these are the people. Luckily, there's an award for these 2 young men arrests. So that means to tell me that they have identified the individuals and they're now on the run. Normally, the thing with this is that whenever they commit a crime, they always move out of Brooklyn. So if it's someone who's have a Caribbean background, or they have family in a particular Caribbean country, they definitely would fly out even the same night or the next day to those islands. But I am confident that the NYPD is going to pick them up very soon. Confident. I think it's just a matter of time, Sean. Just a matter of time. So to see the mom, just in that type of state, just to be able to get closure, and one level of closure is just having an arrest. That's like one level of closure, is just to have an arrest. And so I would love the day just to see the mom have that closure that either one or 2 of those brothers are caught. Malik Yoba to come out is very meaningful, right? And it's important for us because at least, like Hollywood and the consciousness that he brings, it kind of help us today, because it's going to be spotlighted a little bit more, and we know that he's not going to die like the rest of the cases. So to have him out here today was a real blessing.
It's not every day we're gonna be the same way. There must be a change somehow.